Welcome to another edition of the Kahnawake COVID Task Force Update. May 10th, Mother's Day. Glad you could join us, and first and foremost, I'd like to wish all the moms out there, grandmas, certainly a very happy Mother's Day. Hope you're making the best of the day on really bad time in the history of what we're going through. We're making the best of it. Weather ain't that great, you know, we're obviously living through the pandemic, but all the more reason why, you know, it reminds me why we're doing this. You know, we all have mothers, grandmothers, and other people in our lives who we're trying to protect. You know, and Mother's Day gives me opportunity. I woke up this morning, just reflected on that just a little bit and saying, no, it reminds me why I'm here just about every day and why the task force is doing what we're doing. You know, is to protect, you know, our moms as well as other people as well. So that's something I just want to relay that more on from that personal perspective, because it is a trying time for all of us, and we understand and we see that the level of frustration in the community is rising, the anxiety in the community is rising, but certainly you know, you're not alone. You know, we're all in this together, and you know, and we'll keep assessing things as we go along and make adjustments as is required. No, but the situation, you know, does remain very fluid. You know, the way the situation in Quebec and around Kahnawake, you know, it's still unclear on whether or not the virus is actually under control. You have different media saying different things. It depends on who you listen to. But certainly, the one thing that is for sure is the death rate, you know, is not changing. Matter of fact, today it jumped a bit. There's like over 140 people had died in the past 24 hours in the province of Quebec. Again, the bulk of those, you know, in the Montreal area. So certainly, you know, the numbers don't show that things are improving. So when we're talking about the next phases of the pandemic, and like I mentioned yesterday, there's a lot of talk about, you know, the next steps, about, you know, looking at business reopening, the revitalization of the economy. No, we have to also look at all this information that's out there and seeing how can we plan properly to protect the most vulnerable, to protect our community, and also to protect the economy as well. So all these, you know, it's a very fine balance, you know, and there is literally a 1,000 different moving parts that we're trying to make sure that we move together as a unit as best as we possibly can. You know, and certainly, you know, there's things that, you know, we may get missed, you know, and that's just human nature. But we're making sure that we're going to get those 1,000 pieces and move them as best we can forward together to make sure everything is done in a fair, you know, and proper manner. We have to be very careful, because as we've seen in other jurisdictions around the world, if you open up an economy and then the death rate starts really increasing, and there's issues of much more increased in transmission and rates and cases, and they have to shut back down the economy, it's more devastating in the long term to the economy if you have to open it and close it back down. So we want to make sure, you know, when we're at that point to open, that we have all the plans in place so that, you know, we minimize any possibility of having to reverse on what we're doing. So, you know, be patient with us. We're working very hard, very diligently on that, and we'll obviously have more information very, very soon. Like I said, even over this weekend, there was a lot of new information that came in. That's why some of the documentation was not released, because we want to ensure we get it right the first time. So with that, happy Mother's Day once again, and I'll turn it over to Lisa to touch on a few other topics. Thank you.
Thank you. Firstly, I would just like to offer a shout out to Megan White, just to mention that I look forward to your articles in the Eastern Door every week. I find that they're very uplifting, and if I'm looking forward to them, then that means that many other people are as well. So thank you for those. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about the health check. So the health check, as of Friday, we had reached out to over 1,000 households. Quite amazing. This week, what we're going to be doing is going back to the beginning of the directory and recalling those people that we were not able to reach. So we have many participants, but still a lot of no answers. So I urge you again to answer your phones. And if you have a cell phone, to please send your cell phone number to healthcheck.kmhc.ca, I believe, and or to call us at the testing site so that we can complete your health check. So Lloyd mentioned already about the packages that we have not put online yet. So we do keep getting new information. We have Dr. Gauthier doing a final overview of the documents, and there are some things that we would like to update before we post them. And that's I guess a good opportunity for me to let you know that once they are posted, that they are subject to change exactly for that reason. So there are many changes. We are used to that, updates that happen on a day-to-day basis, sometimes even more often, and so those packages will continue to be updated, and so we hope to have them up very shortly. We'll let you know exactly when that's done. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Mother's Day drop-off at KMHC today. So I did go by to see around 11 o'clock, and I know that there was a first batch that was cleaned and brought up to the residents and brought up to elders. So I just wanted to let you know what a wonderful experience that was, how the employees really were having a wonderful time meeting with you, how family members, I think, from what I saw, really enjoyed dropping gifts off, and how our residents and how the elders really enjoyed receiving. So thank you very much for that. I think that it was a very successful day. And lastly, I just also want to say Happy Mother's Day. So if you're a mother to little humans or to fur babies or whoever it might be, it's actually a day really to celebrate connection. And in a time where we're going through such difficult moments, connection, we see how important it is, no matter who it's with and no matter how we connect, that you take the opportunity to connect with someone that you love today. So thank you very much. We appreciate you being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.